Musa Adamu Aliyu was the one who disclosed the findings while speaking on the Commission's investigation into payroll fraud across federal government institutions. Obviously, the Commission said it discovered suspected 908 ghost workers in at least 50 ministries, departments, and agencies, recovering, about more than 942 million naira allegedly paid as fraudulent salaries. Mr. Elvis, we need to set up agency, so that we'll collect money inside it. Mr. What we're doing for? Can you imagine 942 million paid to ghost workers like that?
Agency is like setting up a shop in Alabama International Market.
Let us think. Let us be smart, Mr. Elvis.
Which one are we going to set up?
Let us. Which name do we put?
We'll send a foreign one. We'll set up an interim one.
Let's look for one attractive name like that, and do the proposal and everything. Then we could just insert them. We go use your face, but you know go to come office.
Also that you can find face past me. When they see a beautiful girl, they will quickly respond.
Mr. Elvis.
Budget will be approved.
No, I don't want injure. I don't want wunjo. Then they wunjo find people. Mr. Elvis, they said investigators uncovered fictitious workers, names inserted into government payrolls to receive salaries fraudulently.
Yes.
You know, go to go office. You will just receive money at the end of the month. 500k, 1 million, naira something thousand, naira something. Just like that. And people, they suffer, they work, and you must pay your tax. So you know that Oedele's tax, it don't commence. So people don't know. The fact they said they know they hammer them, don't worry. 2027, if it happens to be that the whatever it is happen. Well, today by
nation with so much tails. APC.
They said Nigeria police force was identified as the highest number of suspected fake workers. For this operation, they identified 570 people whom they suspected amongst the fake workers collecting salaries without working.
Yes, some of them are already dismissed, but they will still find their way, and somebody will be covering them, and they will be collecting that salary.
You never finish. There is one that placed the names of his wife, son, mother-in-law on the payroll while also collecting the salaries of 12 workers.
Yes. It's Nigeria. Anything can happen in this nation.
Chineke na. Mr. Elvis. That one, a company, family company.
Yeah, it's family business.
Yeah.
It's family business. If you don't know it before now, you should now know that the juicy contract in this administration is it not only to one family business, Chagori Group. Yeah, the high tech that handles Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, handles Sokoto Badagry, handle all the big the one from Abuja to Sokoto, Gombe, Bauchi, Sokoto. Is it not only high tech? That's to tell you that this nation is just a family business. So if you play along, you can also carve out your own with your family. And it may not be.
I told you. I said let's form name. Let's see your face. You say no.
My face, so my face not fine rich. They're not going to approve. If they see my face, they're not going to approve budget.
We go say we dey consult on behalf of presidency. Yes, now.
They're not going to approve the budget.
We are
see your face.
Asorock Villa, direct Asorock Villa consultancy firm. We are directly consulting for the presidency, and it's express, smooth express, everything be facilitated. You did not hear when they said in 2023 Mbaja was knocking on Federal Inland Revenue Service, Nigerian Customs Service, NIMASA, everything. Express order from presidency. 54 kiniko trillion billion came out.
It's always coming. You see, the good thing now is that nobody's talking of million again in this station. It's all billion.
Trillion, no.
Trillions. In fact, this year now we started saying that the thing is entering trillions.
Mr. Oyedele says because Naira devalue, that's why it's entering trillions.
And if you want to make it very easy, they will not convert it to dollars. You just hold it like 5,000 naira.
I see.
You don't see all the bodejo, the Meiti Alama. You don't see all the billions. No, it's coming from one state. $100,000, $200,000, $980,000. All of them now converted to become 2.5 billion. They one man hand.
Mr. Elvis, the matter no finish. Another interesting.
They grab them from north,
I
they
see.
grab them from south.
South too.
They are now, it's not like competition. Which one we grab more?
More shock,
I mean, when we get the oil for Niger Delta, we don't even have water to drink. We don't even have good road to enter our homes.
Now they pack military people just full. You make one noise like this and go clear community.
Now some of them they enjoy and like Tompolo now.
Tompolo.
Yeah, so that one they enjoy and well.
For that one, that here say just to stay for one shrine like that for that place. I'll see.
You know billions now.
Mr. Elvis.
Don't you see the door to door? We watch you try just.
Yes, so campaign.
I just launched it now. If now you come where you the chop, make them come out.
I don't tell you, Mr. Evans. Maybe we set up consultancy firm. Express to go get something. If we know do, make we set up a political party.
Political party get wahala. They go let them get roads. They go.
No, political party, but we are supporting APC.
Okay, underground. Yeah,
underground.
Like
they go just they give us base money. You understand? Footballer don't align, no.
He get choice.
This one, you know, publicly declaring don't align.
He get choice. He live an office. You hear of River State governor again as magnificent as River State in Nigeria. Do you hear of him? He don't get choice. So his point don't fail.
As in, they say the supporters are disappointed. I say, you're disappointed.
They supported the man that cannot defend their interest now. That's just it. Now wrong person they go support now. You know. So let him find his political. In fact, his political future is gone. So he's more of a technocrat. Let him go back to his personal business. Retired already. He had a successful career. He rose to become the Accountant General of the state. So that's enough. Let him go home and rest.
It is well, all the well.
It's well, Esther.
No, say all the well. All the well. So there's this Von Batten Montague York LC, a Washington-based lobbying firm. They said it has begun providing U.S. Department of Justice, that's DOJ, records concerning drug trafficking allegations against President Bola Tinubu to members of the Donald Trump administration, Congress, and senior congressional staff. Now, this Von Batten Montague York was hired by Atiku Abubakar. Mr. Heavy's lobbying. There's corporate cash of the lobby.
Yeah,
who lobbies the most?
That $1.2 million. That company collect.
Can you imagine? Atiku they lobby, federal government they lobby, Tinubu they lobby.
Me get PR for me, not even give me local one.
Mr. Heavis, I don't tell you. You know why you here? Business, we just need to be creative. Me. Atiku Bawo. That money is supposed to reserve for the maternity for ADC.
You know what they happen for Nigeria? When you have one drum of water, you won't go and pour it in the ocean. Have you done the ocean well? US is already comfortable and they are living well.
You understand?
You go see from here carry money, go they take the lobby for you. What are we talking about? We are just confused. We are a confused nation.
Hell, chai. Okay. Well, the presidential candidate of the ADC in March under a 12-month, $1.2 million lobbying contract, meant to help strengthen his reputational standing in the United States, facilitate engagement with U.S. officials and Congress, and counter what the contract describes as the Nigerian government's lobbying narratives. Now, in a post, the firm said many within the U.S. government were previously unaware of the DOJ's allegations concerning Tinubu, and that it intended to ensure that the complete collection of DOJ court filings, a supporting affidavit, and related federal court decisions are brought to Trump's attention. Now, basically from this, the firm made public a document titled Background and Chronology of the 1993 U.S. Department of Justice heroin proceeds forfeiture case and the 2023 FOIA litigation concerning alleged heroin trafficking from Nigeria to the United States involving Bola Ahmed Tinubu, the current president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. According to the document circulated by Von Batten's firm, the U.S. Department of Justice held that a Nigeria-based heroin trafficking organization imported white heroin into the United States, transported it from Nigeria to Chicago, where it was distributed through the organization's members and associates. white substance, white powder. The individuals identified in this particular document and the government's allegations in United States versus funds, they reeled out the account number and obviously the serial account number and serial number where Bola Ahmed Tinubu, Adegboyega Moise Akonde, and Abiodun Agbele basically with the payment number. The document states that between 1988 and 1991, federal investigators looked into a heroin trafficking organization operating in the United States, and that the government stated proceeds from the organization were deposited into bank accounts in the US owned and controlled by Bola Tinubu. Tinubu was said to have opened multiple bank accounts, obviously, in that regard. And then, not just that, all right, a lot of other dealings he had, including with his wife, where he forfeited the companies he was with and the account that these monies were transmitted to. But Mr. Elvis, while the government of the day paid, I think the first of all paid $90 million, then we heard about another $150 million to change the narrative of a Christian genocide and all of that. Well, is it surprising to you that Atiku is doing this? You recall in 2023, this was what was brought to the court, the tribunal, by the Atiku group, then to dispute the authenticity of Bola Tinubu participating in the 2023 elections. And the tribunal at the time said it came late. I mean, if they had brought it before, you know, the Supreme Court judgment, or when the Supreme Court was supposed to give a judgment, it may have made a case. So in that regard, Mr. Elvis, would this make any significance?
No, it's not going to make.
It won't make any significant impact.
Not at all, Esther. You see, Nigeria is supposed to be a sovereign state. Most of the problem we have here are internal related problems. Unfortunately, we don't have the system that can actually be able to give Nigerians justice. We are talking about Nigerians here. You understand? If we had the system that can give us justice, we would have been able to, you know, fight this matter and get the desired result. Unfortunately, the system is in the hands of the people who have also made our life to be like this. That's why we are just calling on the US. The US cannot come and give judgment on Nigerians' matter. The best they can do is to see whether they can influence Nigerians still here on ground, like Obama administration did in collaboration with the Northern oligarchy to remove Jonathan. Remember when he sent his Secretary of State? Secretary of State went to Sokoto, had meeting with some Northerners along with Sultan. They never got to Abuja, never got to Lagos, and he went back. That's the only influence they can have. But still, like say they are coming to directly to say, oh, yeah, Tinubu, no, it's not going to work. And again, this matter has been flogged so much in 2023, and it was the main matter that everybody was thinking that was going to be used to disqualify sitting president, now sitting President Tinubu, and it didn't work. Remember the judgment, the court has already given judgment on this matter in Nigeria. So the court cannot begin to, you know, contradict themselves. I don't know the new angle Atiku is wanting to come in from, but I only know to whether. No,
the lobbying is to supposedly discredit from that aspect from the US. And then there are talks that the plan is to ensure that in September, when the president attends the Congress, maybe there'll be some backlash or embarrassment or something directly with Mr. Donald Trump. You remember that the ambassador designate to the US said that they want to ensure that there is a meeting between President Bola Ahmed Tinubu and Mr. Donald Trump, and that particular UN Congress will be a very good opportunity to make that happen. Do you think this is meant to discredit such a meeting before it commences?
Exactly, those kind of things can happen.
Because right now they're lobbying, because according to him they're working hard and lobbying to ensure that the president is able to meet with Trump in September. So they want to clear the pathway, clear out the cobwebs. Exactly. So obviously monies are going in there. Is this to counter whatever push the Nigerian government is doing to create a narrative on the president?
Of interest, exactly, because Nigeria is also lobbying. Tinubu's government is lobbying, and Atiku is trying to counter it, so that President Tinubu will not have a direct relationship with the US government. Yeah. But even at that, Esther, he has run almost 4 years now. He never really had any relationship with US. This man does not believe in, you know, I want to travel to US to go and seek favor, all those things. So, but now, because the election is coming, they are looking for a way to, you know, pop up his popularity before the international community. That's why you see Nigeria have their own, doing their own lobby. Who is trying to counter that, so that that relationship will not have a way to actually have the desired result. That if his lobbies, his PRO firm succeeds to some extent, they might achieve that. Maybe they may not be able to strike a relationship where they will have President Tinubu will have a meeting with President Donald Trump. They might achieve that. But don't forget that President Tinubu's wife, Oluremi Tinubu, was in that same US in the whole of that hall. For
where the president kind of identified with her.
By the president, and you see all the encomium the president poured on her. That's to tell you that their own lobby has, is doing well already in the US. So I don't know how powerful this article's PRO firm is to counter the narrative that's already on ground.
But don't you think these people already have the dossier of all of these supposed politicians? Not even when Donald Trump decided to focus on Nigeria and termed it a country of particular concern. I mean, at some point when this whole issue came up again, we heard about the president being an FBI or CIA asset. I recall at the time they made that statement. So if somebody is a CIA asset, whatever it is that is concerning the person, they have the person's dossier and they decided to work with the person. So who says these people do not know all of this? And how impactful would that lobbying effort be? I'm not saying that it's part of politics, it's how it works, but it feels like this this Trump administration, they're really enjoying monies from Nigerian government.
That's exactly what I'm saying. Just
that White House, persons in that White House are just enjoying free money.
And those are the kind of things Americans like, so that those money can now be used to boost their economy. Americans like such things. They want people to bring in money to America, for you to spend and use it to boost their economy. That's what I was talking about. You have a drum of water, and you now go and pour it in the ocean. That's what we are doing here. Unfortunately, we always fall into such narratives, especially countries from the third world, especially African countries, because they want to have that favor with the US government.
Yeah.
So we look for whether it's a one-room office over there, and they're able to convince you that we can do it, and you pay the money. The money you pay is booming their economy at the detriment of us. You can imagine $1.2 million.
Can imagine
that article paid. Convert that one to
and you need money for your patio.
What is it?
Sure, this one will not make them come out the ADC
They're
like
already
this.
aware of this. The federal government is already aware of this, and these are some of the things where the ATC will say, "Oh, all these court cases back and forth are deliberate, and it's just meant for them not to be in the ballot." Yes. The politicians will always want to also fight back anybody that is fighting them. As you are there wanting to destroy their image, they are telling you, okay, come back home and see whether you have the smooth say to actually be in the ballot, because they own all the authority in Nigeria here. So it's a difficult situation, but I'm not seeing this yielding much result any longer, because this matter has gone to the peak in 2023 and there was nothing that came out of it.
Well, let's see how it goes. You can never tell. Like I said, Trump may be on an impressionable side. At this moment, they're focusing on Iran, but I think the opposition want to use the opportunity to see how they can gain their attention this period and whatever it is. But then, I don't know how they intend to outbid the Nigerian government, but it's quite unfortunate that taxpayers' monies are used for the political whims and caprices of these guys.
Yes, that's just my grasp, Esther. The one the federal government paid is taxpayers' money. Even the one article paid is supposed to have even invest such money into Nigeria economy, and more people will have job.
Yeah.
You understand? So all this one that you just carry it over there, people are already having good welfare, good life, and all of that. Then they are even now living larger again, because one mumu from one third world country is servicing them with what the little they have. It's so shameful.
Well, we'll see how this goes. I know that Aaron Greenspan had actually done something like this since 2023. There was a deadline given by the court that those records must be released. That was in June, and now we've not heard anything. We don't know if we don't know if the lobbying money has kind of done its work. They gave them a deadline. The FBI did not release anything. The CIA, nobody released anything. So let's see how this goes. But we have not heard any response yet concerning the situation with the ADC. Do you think this will complicate the issue if, for example, the ADC may have been allowed to proceed for the elections? Do you think this particular investigation being carried out to discredit Bola Ahmed Tinubu's supposed second-term agenda or second-term political ambition, do you think it will jeopardize any future of participating in these elections for the ADC?
They have already started using this matter to worry ADC so much.
Which matter?
This very article paying money to...
You think the government knew about it before?
They've known. This matter was we've discussed this matter in the studio before. Article paid this money to lobby American government against this President Tinubu's administration. it's no longer new to the federal government. And most of the problem ADC have been having, all of them are part of all this one, scratched together to say, okay, if you can be, you know, as they are there lobbying to discredit their image, there are people there who are also feeding the federal government back the extent the articles lobby company firm is doing over there. And as a result, that will now again bring more hardship, more stringent measures towards ADC survivor in this nation. So they themselves, it's like a clash of the Titan Esther. So if I cannot pull it, then you cannot get there. But it's not going to be easy. But here at home, here in Nigeria, nothing work here. If you are in power, you own everything. But over there, things are still regulated to some extent. You understand? So even if article pay billions, that lobby company has an extent he can get his job done. He can't go beyond the laws of the US. But here, you have your ways if you have money in this nation. So by the time they finish over there, APC administration led by Tinubu is waiting for them and say, okay, if you want to spoil our own there, then you will not get into that opportunity that you are seeking here. You will not get into it. So these are some of the reasons why it's always has been very difficult with ADC.
All right, Mr. Elvis, very quickly, let's look at the situation. The president's wife went to Abia State. I'm sure you heard what Alex Uti said about Tinubu's economic policies. A lot of persons were disappointed, but they felt it was a political utterance. And I'm wondering if you can agree that Alex Uti's statement is a political utterance. Why can't you agree that Tinubu's statement about Buhari is me and I am Buhari is a political utterance as well? Because Alex Uti commended Tinubu's economic policies and kind of like discountenance a hardship and experience or something like that, and you know, since then there's been a kind of unsettled quietness amongst the supporters of Alex Oti because they did not want him to make such a statement, and the APC were saying this is a good one. Oh yeah, now you people are always like, can you see we're in all of this together? So in regards to that, the president's wife said, well, if her husband, let me not say, let's just take a listen to her. I'm service. Why are you laughing now? Let's just listen to the president's wife.
We're African way. We shouldn't let our children forget that. And I love Ashoke, but the Ashoke is too heavy for my head nowadays. Some are so stiff and they bruise me. And for the quality, the texture of our quality. And I will tell you, I told Her Excellency, I said, if God brings my husband in a second time, I'll be wearing a buba and wrapper. Yes, I'm going to be wearing that because very soft, breathable cotton.
Okay, so what she's saying that, I don't know if you know Akwete. Akwete is the Igbo traditional material, and she's saying that the Ashoke is quite heavy, but that if her husband comes into power in 2027, that she would blend this along with the Ashoke because this is lighter. Now some persons felt that this is good. I mean, cultural appreciation, having to invest and patronize our cultural attires, making it a priority, maybe in our workspaces, wherever it is that we go. But others are saying, why now? Why are you making this comment now? They brought out a video of, was it in 2019? During the elections then at Bordelon, where she made some utterances against the Hebrews and all of that. Exactly. It was in 2019. She made that utterance and they were like, is this some political gimmick? And this also resonates with yesterday when Mr. Caleb Muftwang also apologized to the Hebrews in Plateau State, trying to say, we are sorry for what happened. Forget what happened. The civil war situation were carried about. They were deceived, and said, please, we need you guys to forgive us and let the past just be. Well, what do you think is happening? Is this because of the elections?
Yeah, Esther, one good thing that came out of what the First Lady said here is that both the Ashoke and the Akwete, they are Nigerian costumes.
Yeah.
So what that means is that Nigerians have diverse culture.
Okay.
If you cross a little bit of Benue State, you also see the way they dress. They are just like Zen.
No, but what made a lot of persons talk was when she said, "If by God's grace, if my husband comes back."
I'm still getting to that.
Okay.
I'm still getting there, Esther. So you cross to Benue, you see that zebra kind of dressing. Then you come to our own side, our own Edo, we always have our own.
Yeah.
And so that shows the diversity of Nigeria, which can be appreciated within the international community and all over the world. Good if the leaders are even helping us to sell our culture to other part of the world. You see, Obasa just said 10 all true. At the time, Obasa constantly wearing adire, agbada. If you also look at Biodun, the governor of Ogun State today, that's what he does. He uses agbada to sew.
Even I too, I love native wears.
Adire to sew agbada. He's trying to promote the culture of his own state because it's one of the things they produce there. But let's bring in our politics into it. First of all, she can't say that the husband will not get back to Asorock in second tenure. She can never say that.
No, she said if.
If, yes.
So like you're trying to, yeah.
It's a conditional thing there. If.
So if your husband doesn't come back, you will not wear the akwete?
Well, she may not have the opportunity to wear it.
Why? You can wear it. You don't need to. You don't need to please anybody.
The exposure, the akwete we have when she's in office, and then when they are now back to body long, we have to be a different thing.
She's a popular person.
Yeah, no matter how popular, the wife of the president, you cannot take that out.
Yes.
If she wears it as the wife of the president, remember that every other person within her entourage are going to look like her. But if she wearing it, the president is not in the office again in body long. Esther, many people will not buy into it. Like, psycho fancy in Nigeria now.
Yeah.
Since she now made it now, she even said it now. Before the end of next week, most of her people around her will be wearing this akwete. And I'll already be telling the first lady, look at what you said, everybody want to flock around them. You get what I'm saying? But let's remember that whoever is condemning Alex Otti, don't make the mistake that Alex Otti got the opportunity to get to the office before we can see his antecedents as a good governor or whatever. So if you like Alex Otti, let Alex Otti play that politics of getting back to see more than looking at it like dagger-drawn war. We're going to fight. You can't fight them. It has shown that the only person that delivered Alex Otti was Professor Otti, the former Vice Chancellor of Federal University of Technology.
That's Nena
Otti. She stood out and said no. She said it even recently when Alex Otti was commissioning a terminal in Umuahia that is named after her. She said she saw fight, battle, money and all, but she stood her ground.
Okay.
So anybody criticizing Otti now should subpedal. Let Alex Otti have the opportunity to come back again and continue the good work he has started. Because these people, you have to dine with them softly. If they mark you down, they will do everything possible
to frustrate you. Like what's going on with Adeleke?
Like what you see now, the trouble in Osun State now.
But why though? Let me give you this instance. When Peter Obi wanted to leave the ADC, they were shopping for a political party that would accept them, and supposedly where even if they would not give them the presidential ticket, they would conduct a primary where they consider seamless and he would emerge, being the fact that he's working with the this is the time of the South, gentleman agreement. And he went to meet Governor Adeleke and can I join your party, and he says, see, you already know my condition. I am supporting Tinubu. I can't be supporting Tinubu and say, okay, you should join my party and you be the presidential candidate. So he has in his utterances said he's supporting Tinubu. I even heard they blocked him he wanted to even join the APC. He was stopped.
Didn't give him the opportunity.
Why? What exactly is the problem though?
That state, Osun State, is a kind of traditional state, heritage state to Tinubu and his brother that just left his cousin, Boega. So it looked like a slight to them that state is not within their fold, Osun State. Just like what happened when Peter Obi won Lagos as in presidential election.
Okay.
So what happened during the gubernatorial election in Lagos? There was practically no election because I was an observer. I was on the street. I saw that there was mayhem. There was intimidation.
They burnt markets. Then there's this festival. They decided traditional rights. Yeah.
At all costs, by all means.
Yeah.
So they will do everything to make sure that they suppress opposition for any state they have interest. That's what is happening in Osun State. Osun State, they feel slighted that Boega did not come back, and now again they are seeing that Adeleke has done well. People like him. Imole. Yes.
Imole means light.
Yes. That's his campaign slogan. So they know too well that if they don't, they want to see how they can shake Adeleke to make sure that they win that state.
So they didn't win that state in 2023.
They didn't win it in 2023. Adeleke won 2022. Adeleke won so well. Adeleke won. You know
what I mean is presidential election in 2023. No. Didn't the APC get it?
No.
They didn't get Osun State.
They didn't get Osun State.
So they believe that with Adeleke there, he can deliver Osun State for them in 2027.
No, Adeleke can deliver it now, but they want to remove Adeleke and put their own person now as governor. Despite
Adeleke uttering and showing support to the person.
They don't believe that Adeleke will do what he's saying. Politicians are very suspicious. They may just say, okay, maybe you want to just use this one to, blindfold us, and at the end of the day, we'll see a different thing. His own son, political godson, was in Lagos when he lost Lagos. I'm talking about Sanwo-Olu. So anything could have happened. So politicians are very suspicious, Esther.
Especially with what happened in 2023.
What happened in 2023.
They're not going to leave any gaps.
Can be played out. You saw what happened in Edo State during the governor, the one that brought our governor to office. They were right here that they must take Edo State from PDP. It is not as if PDP did not win that election, but the power that be were on the INEC that you must declare APC as the winner of that election. That was why there was no more collation at the local government level. From the ward, they now move straight collation to the INEC headquarters in Benin. So that was where everything. You remember our former governor Obaseki protested and went to, why will it be? The collation is supposed to be from the ward to the local government down to the state secretariat. What did they do? They used their own security to intimidate him in the midnight and push him out. Then before the next thing, the result came out. So Alex Otti should dine well now. He should use all the good names, all the good PRO that he can use.
So they don't disturb him
so that he
in doing what he wants to do for his state.
Yes, he can even have his state back. Even if you want to say, Tinubu, you have done so well. You are the best president Nigeria ever had. If the Abia people like him and they like what he has done, they should not begin to criticize him. Let him get back. He got into that seat. That's why they could see his antecedent. If he was not there, are you counting Ojus Okalu today? Are you counting Theodore Oji? Are you counting the one that just left? Okeze? Those were complete failure. But Abia saw light now. Abia saw development. So Abia, if you know you love the development Alex Otti brought in, don't look at whatever development Alex Otti is making before the president now. Look at how you make sure that Alex Otti is brought back so that he can continue from where he stops. Because Benjamin Kalu, the deputy Senate speaker, is from that state.
Yes.
And you know it's dangerous.
No, but there's a situation with Benjamin Kalu.
Yes,
there's a lot of situation.
The church budget.
Yes, exactly. Because he's saying he is dismissing reports that his office allocated 1 billion naira in the 2026 budget for the procurement of musical instruments for churches in Bende Federal Constituency, Abia State. That what exactly he gave was 780 million for church instruments. This reminds me about this Adelabu guy who went to meet one primate Ayodele, who told him to buy instruments for church, whatever, for him to receive the blessings and anointing and prophecy to whatever. How do
Esther, do we not ask how did we get here? Because in Nigeria constitution, anything that has to do with religion, we are told that Nigeria is a secular state.
Yeah.
So Esther, you are to practice your own religion. I should practice my own. I must not interfere with your own because that's the one you believe.
And so you use taxpayers' money for for church.
Nigeria legislators who are supposed to be the lawmakers are now become the lawbreakers. They are now bringing religion and others into Nigeria's budget.
And you heard how much was budgeted for the innovation or elevation of traditional palaces?
Yes, they are 200 and something. I mean, 100 and something billion to renovate palaces around. You understand?
Well,
so somebody like Benjamin Kalu coming to tell Nigerians that no, it's not even up to 1 billion.
And then 8.8 billion naira to all our traditional leaders.
Yes, it's even 780 million. You are saying that it's going to be used for church programs.
All right.
They are forgetting that I have my own. They should also extend that kind of money to other religions. Esther, there are other religions in Nigeria. Ayelala is also, people serve Ayelala. They believe in Ayelala. Eremenu, the one we serve in my own village, they should also make sure that they extend that budget to we that believe in Eremenu. Those of them that believe in Olokun, those of them that believe in Igbe. It should be in Nigeria constitution now, and it should be in Nigeria. It should be in Nigeria budget system. so that everybody can enjoy the budget as expected. So this one that Benjamin Kalu is coming to tell Nigeria, no, it's not even up to 1 billion, it's 780 million. So he's not justifying it that it's a right for them to now begin to bring religion into Nigeria budget when they said Nigeria is a secular state. You are supposed to practice your religion is private thing, Esther. So the way they have taken us is just because they are the one that own the knife and own the yard. Otherwise, these are impeachable offenses because a lawmaker has become a lawbreaker. How do you bring things of that nature? If you want to organize anything that have to do with empowerment for the youth or whatever, we have National Orientation Agency in all the states. You say, okay, I am collaborating with National Orientation Agency to do this for the youth of my state.
All right, Mr. Elvis, thank you so much. Let's take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. We will be right back.
Malaria, a double punch for Protestinate and Ammonia Queen. An effective combination that There's anti-malaria therapy. Comes in 4 different parts for different age groups. Below 1 year, 1 to 6 years, 7 to 13 years, 14 and above.
Camosunate, effective anti-malaria for all ages. Marketed by Janet Pharmaceuticals Limited. If symptoms persist after 3 days, please see your doctor. Read the leaflet inside.
You are listening to your number one station, the Voice of the People, 90.3 FM. Do not touch that dial.
Parents, you've worked hard to give your child the very best future. With a 90% graduate employment rate in the first 6 months of graduation, that future could be right here at Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa. The same globally recognized UK degree, accredited to the highest international standards, all within a modern learning environment. Applications are now open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh to apply today. Lancaster University, Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
To the city's #1 super dial. Voice of the People, 90.3 FM, Lagos.
House dey dark and nepa bill dey choke. E dey worry you as e dey affect your business. So Solution don come. Imagine say you wake up for morning, light no shake, fridge don block, business no get wahala, everything dey okay. No be dream o. With Yohaku, na you dey control your light. Yohaku dey sell gas cooker, freezer, fridge, and dem go furnish you with modern kitchen o. Whether na inverter, batteries, panels, smart street lights, in a solar AC system wey you wan use for house, business, abi for industrial work, Yohaku stand chim to help you. Bye to NEPA bill o. No wait till transformer go spoil again o. Oh yeah, run call Yohaku for 070-121-30260 or 080-324-82573, or you fit to call 080-669-60066. For Lagos, we dey for shop F1179 industrial section, Ojo Alaba International Market, or shop G6 electronic section, Alaba International Market, H-Line, Ute Ubochi Plaza, Abuja office na Corporate 13, Dubai International Market, back of Games Village, Karo District for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we dey for number 51, Oporo Road, Eziowa Elite Trade Center for Rivers State. Yohaku website na www.yohakuproducts.com. Online store na www.yohakustore.com. Yohaku, from sun to earth, we dey make your mind dey cool.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for joining and staying with us. This is the Evening Rush. My name is Esther Machuku, and I have Mr. Elvis Elimehele, a political social commentator. He's also a journalist spanning over 3 decades. These are our grandfathers in the business. Mr. Elvis Elimehele, good evening. Once again, I sincerely do apologize for not honorably introducing you. It was the whole ghost worker thing. I was really interested in us having to discuss how we're going to set up our own agency. Mr. Elvis. So the court has eventually allowed Mr. Moile Shore to invite the DSS DG to the stand concerning the criminal statement made by Shore to President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and Justice Mohammed Umar granted the application today after the defense argued that only the DSS Director General could explain the basis for the agency's actions against Shore. All right. Now, this is basically what happened. The ruling came after there was a dramatic testimony by a subpoena DSS witness. His name is Uwem Davis. He's a principal officer of the agency who repeatedly distanced himself from key documents relied upon by the prosecution and said he merely acted on directives from the DSS Director General. Now, here is what happened. During cross-examination by Shore's lead counsel, Adeyinka Olumide Fusika, senior advocate of Nigeria, Davis testified that a letter purportedly sent to Meta Platforms, the owner of Facebook, concerning Shore's social media post was not authored or signed by him. The witness insisted that the signature appearing on the document was not his, which raised fresh questions about the authenticity of the correspondence. Davis also told the court that he did not fully understand the contents of a separate letter addressed to Shore. According to him, he merely carried out instructions from the DSS Director General to write to the activist demanding the removal of Facebook and X posts in which President Tinubu was described as a criminal. So when he was questioned about portions of the correspondence alleging that Shore's posts were capable of causing breakdown of law and order by provoking Tinubu supporters, obviously the witness repeatedly said he could not answer. So since it was an explicit order from the DSS Director DG, they invited him, and eventually the court actually said the DSS DG should appear. Now, Shore played other videos that supposedly is meant to exonerate him. Reno Mokri, where Reno Mokri called the president a criminal, even though Reno Mokri has backtracked and apologized that, at the time, and said he did some clarifications and all. Fani Kayode, now an ambassador designate, I think, to South Africa, right? Exactly. I just mentioned Reno. Yes, Reno to Mexico. These two persons were played, in court as evidence where they described the president as fraudulent. In fact, they did not just call him fraudulent; they called him a drug baron. Yeah. So, in this regard, what do you think? Do you think Adiola Ajayi will appear?
No, he can't go against the law of the court. The court has some.
No, there are several times that these individuals don't appear in court.
No, but if they can do it to others when the person did not appear in court, and they now said okay, there should be a court warrant to arrest the person, they should extend it to him if he doesn't come, because he has to come and tell Nigerians why Shore's became more of he must be in court and all of that. The ones that we made mention of now, Femi Fani Kayode and Reno Okri, they are even rewarded after all that with all that mustleading against the president's name. They are rewarded now with ambassadorial positions. So, but Shore is in court on his own. What makes the difference? With the videos are still there online. When Reno Okri even went to the Chicago to go and look at the president's record and all of that, and even did a video right from that school at the gate of the school and all of that. So I don't know why the government found Shore's own to be extraordinary, that this one must be flogged to the last extent. So now that the DG of the DSS, who is actually the prosecution in this matter, says okay, come and testify what makes the difference between Shore's own and all that, he must appear in court. Otherwise, if he doesn't appear, the court should go further and issue a warrant, bench warrant to bring him to court.
Well, there's a video, I think I played it here before, where the president actually on his own said You guys can criticize me for all I care, right? It is the job of the opposition to criticize me. I do not mind. I do not take it personal. And that's why people are surprised that the DSS director, the DSS decided to take it upon themselves to send to Sowore concerning the statement he made. The president said that Nigerians are free to criticize. He actually embraces and calls for it. So do you think the DSS are overreaching, or they just want to teach others who may want to toe this line where they wake up one day and start insulting the president for no reason?
Yeah, they are doing their job because the president appointed them. And it is just like, oh, the president, nobody must talk to you anyhow. Okay. We are there for you, and we must carry out our role as far as your government is concerned. Otherwise, there's nothing different from what Reno Okri said and Fanika Ode said to what Sowore is being prosecuted for now. Although I know they gave Sowore an opportunity to retract that statement and yes, apologize, but
he declined.
He declined. He didn't do that. But now that he is in court and the DSS is actually now okay, come and give further clarification on this matter. They should come so that the matter can even go on. Let Sowore know his fate as far as, because he's being distracted. He also be preparing for his campaign too. He's one of the presidential candidates too. So they should have his way and let the case be dispensed so that he can concentrate on his campaign. Yeah, his party members want to also see him becoming the president of Nigeria as expected.
So let's listen to the president.
I don't read social media anymore. They abuse the hell out of me. If I read it, I get high blood pressure. I get angry. I don't read it. So, if I want to hear anything, my children or any of my workers will tell me, this one say this one. If I'm tired, I say, please, forget it.
So if the president himself said, yeah, I don't mind you doing what you want to do concerning that, why is it an issue? Look at this as well.
Should bear the brunt of injustice.
That's what the president was saying. Let's just listen to him.
The brunt of injustice. No one should bear the brunt of injustice for merely writing a bad report about me or call me names. Democracy requires a fair degree of tolerance for harsh words and stinging insults, particularly when they are pained because of their losses. Call me any name. I'm not here to make you happy politically.
So the president said it.
Call upon democracy to defend your right to do so. No one should bear the brunt of injustice.
So this is the president. He understands what it is. And I would not like to you, at least there's a certain level that this administration allows in terms of criticism. What the administration does not appreciate is anything fake or anything that may create a sense of confusion in the polity or chaos in government. That's what they don't tolerate. So if the president has said so, what exactly is the grounds of the DSS?
They are trying to do the bidding for the job they are appointed to do, Esther.
Wow. Yeah. Because they said the statement of Sowore can cause a breakdown of law and order. This is the president, and he says he's not here to make you comfortable politically.
Yes.
Meaning that if he were the one, he would have said worse.
Yeah, they said worse to Jonathan.
These are allegations, strong allegations. You present this as fact, and the president said, that's your business. Go ahead and do what you want to do, but it's not going to deter me or distract me. So precisely, why is the DSS crying more than the bereaved?
The DSS is not crying more than the bereaved. The bereaved here is the one that appointed the DSS. And
the bereaved is not telling you that he's bereaving.
Esther, if the president is not feeling it, by now the DSS would have dropped that case if he's not interested. Forget about what the president is telling us. Their political statement. If the president is not interested in this trial, by now the DSS would have dropped that matter. Have they not dropped others? We'll say imagine you look at the matter of Dasuki, the former NSA, with Buhari, and the number of years he stayed in the prison, without trial and all of that. The day, mind you, is not grant, it's loan, not bursary. They are going to pay back, and when they don't even know when they are going to get job. And mind you, Esther, if the parents of these children that are taking loan were well off, I won't put a loan on my children's head, even as they are in school, when I don't even know when they are going to get the job. They now come out of the school and now get a job. The first thing they start servicing is the loan, because I was incapacitated to take care of them. I don't even celebrate that, but that's what the government is celebrating.
But if in this regard now, you're now having the U.S. President Donald Trump praising President Tinubu for what he described as his decisive leadership in tackling terrorism in Nigeria, saying it was a true honor to stand with the Nigerian leader in the fight against terrorists. The commendation was contained in a letter dated July 6, 2026. I don't know, it was released today by the Special Advisor to the President on Information and Strategy, Mr. Bayo Onanuga. Now, this letter was released on July 6. Today is July 22. Why didn't they release it since? Now, in the letter, Trump thanked Tinubu for his earlier correspondence and applauded his efforts to address insecurity, particularly attacks on Christian communities. So in that letter, we supposedly saw that letter, according to Bayo Onanuga, says, "Thank you for your thoughtful letter. Your kind words mean a great deal to me, and I appreciate your decisive leadership on behalf of the Nigerian people. I applaud your resolve to tackle the issues plaguing your nation, especially the violence affecting Christian communities, and it's a true honor to stand with you in the fight against terrorists." He said the relationship between Nigeria and the United States remains important at a time when insecurity has spread across West Africa and other parts of the world. Now, critics believe that letter is not true. But if the administration release something that is fake, knowing that Trump is somebody that can come out and disgracefully say, "I never wrote this," or something, and make some kind of derogatory statements, So obviously this may be authenticated for Bayo Onanuga to release this letter. But in the same vein, we're now having articles tell us that Trump is now aware of Tinubu's alleged US drug case files, and maybe to discountenance this narrative from Bayo Onanuga. So we are seeing efforts by the Nigerian government to present a front to the US. Obviously, they've gotten commendation from the White House. Okay, now Atiku is presenting this to Congress. Like I asked you earlier in the course of the conversation, do you think the Congress will pay attention to this supposed drug file that the presidency has said we should not pay attention to, that there is no new revelation about it?
The Congress will do their job. But the person the Congress is also still looking onto to further whatever they want is Donald Trump. So if what you just said now, what you just read now, is actually from Donald Trump,
that is what Bayo Onanuga released
but don't
telling us it's from the White House.
There was a time they told us that the UAE government, during that time, that they've lifted Nigeria.
That's UAE. This is US. They can't make such a statement.
What I'm trying to tell you is that this government has a way of furthering narratives that are not really it. Until the UAE said, "No, we have not gotten to that level." You remember that time?
Yeah. So they came out to dispute it.
Yeah, they disputed it. Now this government has a way of furthering those kind of narratives. If this one is not from Donald Trump's desk and the high pit, Esther, by this time next week, Donald Trump would have replied them.
Before next week, sir.
Even before next week, Donald Trump would reply them and tell them, "Come, that's fake. It's not from him." So everybody that is involved in this one, if it is concocted, they are even going to lose their job. You know what Donald Trump can do? You understand? There was a case between the US and UK last time.
Yes.
I think it was BBC or something like that. That when they malign Donald Trump and all of that. You saw that interview. There was one.
Yes.
The people that were involved in BBC, they lost their job. So Donald Trump will not hide anything that he's not involved in. Just for another person to use his name to take that glory. He will not be part of it. So if Nigeria want to hide under that toga, and that if at least we have even this hype from Donald Trump that Nigerians are saying is against us or whatever, let's wait and see what is going to be the outcome of this. But I also know too whether the American government led by President Donald Trump was happy when those two Ansari leaders were arrested in Nigeria. He was very happy. He commended it. You understand? What the US government does is where they see that terrorists are festering and that they might organize there from there and take up arms against the US, come and terrorize the US. They always like to take the trouble to that place, to destabilize them so that they will not have that opportunity to come and attack US. 9/11 was not planned inside US. It was planned outside US, and you see how devastating it is. So since that time, America policed the world by carrying out every terrorist camp in the world that they feel that these people, if we give them opportunity, they might grow higher and come and attack us. So that's one of the things that made him to actually was happy when those Asorock guys were arrested by the Nigeria government last time. So if it is based on that, probably that this one was written, and to also still commend them. Let's watch and see if it's actually from him. But let's also not forget that they sent in 200 soldiers that they told us were coming to assist for the intel of this country.
But Mr. Elvis, the thing that Nigerians need, in regards to all of this is equal representation, fairness, inclusiveness. These are the basic things Nigerians need, regardless of your political style, regardless of what you're doing in government. They just want to have an ease of doing business, equal representation, fairness in the polity, an ability to be part of the system. Let them just feel that they are also considered as equals in the system, right? And a sense of respect. It sometimes befuddles me when these executives or political leaders come out with narratives and they think that Nigerians are intellectually dumb to consume any narrative they bring out there. It's belittling to think that you're in charge of norms or puppies who don't know their left from their right, and so you give them some kind of unhygienic dog food and they will just consume it without thinking that this thing you're giving to them will mentally deteriorate their system or is poisonous. Because I'm wondering the reaction and some of the things they say to exonerate themselves. Benjamin Kalin is saying, it's not 1 billion as you said, it's 700 and something thousand, or you're allocating 8.8 million naira to traditional leaders, we are allocating 23 point something to our palaces and traditional institutions, or you say you are giving churches for the religious houses 8 point something billion naira for what? And you begin to wonder, there are sectors that are in dire need of that finance. Social welfare, healthcare services, education. These are vital institutions. And obviously road infrastructure, security. Once you have this in place, the people can now say, okay, you have sense, you know what you're doing, because you understand your priority in governance. And then you have a situation where up till now, Mr. Elvis, I don't want to befuddle you or gobsmack you, but if you look at the situation on ground and the narrative spilling, you begin to see that this is the 7th month in 2026. The federal government has not even begun implementing the 2026 budget.
No, not at all. Even the 2025 is only 30%.
And you're saying, relax, you're fixing Nigeria. How? Do you know what is worse? They tell you stay calm. The numbers are not adding up.
It's not adding up.
Where is the actual progress? The frustration is not even about the fact that there is a delay. It's the silence on where the money actually went. Then you come out and spill out some English, incomprehensible English language. And some supposed false statistics.
Because somebody is in charge and they want to do the bidding of that person in charge. Esther, you made mention of equity and fairness, That's where I want to pick it from. You see, one would have expected that when President Bola Ahmed Tinubu came in, he would have actually give Nigerians that leverage to have this equality.
Exactly.
All the different ethnics in this nation. And how do you get that? That's restructuring, which Nigerians are clamoring for, which he was also clamoring for when he was at the other side. You understand that this nation need to be restructured so that you and I can have voice, even though we are minority. Not this one that, we said north and south. You don't microzone it. By the time it goes to the north, the largest ethnic in the north will pick it. When it comes to the south, the majority ethnics in the south will pick it. It's not microzone. But we know that in the south, we have southeast, minority, south-south, before we have the southwest. The same thing we have in the north. Look at the presidential, the presidents that have come from the north since this democracy came. They've all been coming from the northwest. Yaradua came from northwest, Castina. Buhari also came from the same northwest. But there are also other zones in the northwest, in the northern part of Nigeria that have not tasted it as expected. You understand? In the northeast, that has more of this insecurity. The last time they had somebody as president or leader of this nation was when Tafawa Balewa Square is from Bauchi State, northeast. He was from Bauchi State. So do not look at it. If we want to now make everybody, I don't even want to talk of the North Central, because the North Central they take them like slaves of the north. They only bring them in to add to their population to get to what.
Are you serious? They take them as slaves of the north?
That's what you are seeing. Are they not trying to erode it off? They're trying to erode it. They use them to galvanize their own support to get what they are looking for.
To boost their population.
Yes, population. That we have this number of population. How many times? What goes to them?
I heard that this administration intends to demystify that. How would they do that? The president intends to demystify that narrative that the north is more populated, or that they are needed, or they count. You know, in 2023, they kept on saying that they were the ones that secured the win for the president, that he got 63% from them, and that he is working towards discountenancing that narrative that presidencies are determined by the northern population.
Does he have a budget? I mean, a population census to actually?
He was actually starting off. I don't know why they didn't proceed with that population census.
To counter that narrative, there should be a population census, credible one, that can give Nigerians the total. I mean, the actual number of persons that are in this nation. You understand? We don't know the demographic of this nation. We don't know, and we only assume. And these assumptions are coming from the United Nations. 220 million. 250 million. You know. You don't base your projection, developmental projection on assumption, Esther. You're supposed to have, okay, this is what we are this year, 2026. In 2025, the population will be projected that it will be this. So you now begin to, put amenities that will be able to accommodate that projection, population projection, come 5 years time or 10 years time. But we don't have it. That's why we don't have any plan.
All right, Nigerians, let's take a reaction this evening. I said yesterday, I remember last week Wednesday, I told you, I said, Omo, we need to start decompressing. Because when I look at these things, I'm like, what? And some people barely find it difficult to get 5,000, 10,000 in a day, and I was saying I need to choose one day in a week where I know we'll talk Nigeria matter,
you said it,
they give me joy.
I told you that day that if you have good news to say, that would be no problem, but if there is anything that is counter to what you have and Nigerians deserve to hear, you have to give them what is available.
I don't know.
It's not as if we are happy being almost like agent of willing all the time. We also want to spill out some good news, but if it's not available, will you manufacture it, Esther?
That's true. You're very right. Okay, the number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. That is the WhatsApp number. The number to call is 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. And the WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. So I was laughing because I was asking him for the phone, and the phone was on my thighs. Hello, good evening. How are you? 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello, good evening. Hello. Please turn down the volume of your radio now, please. Hello.
Yeah, can you hear me?
What is your name?
Yeah, good evening. My name is Andrew from Lagos.
All right, Mr. Andrew from Lagos, please go ahead.
Yeah, okay. I've heard all what you people are saying. This, I want Mr. Elvis also to enlighten me. Are you saying that upon how straightforward Donald Trump is and how straightforward his government is? Did you remember recently one of the senators sponsored a bill that they should withdraw help that is coming to Nigeria?
100% funding.
Something in support. Let's say 210 in support, 27 against. That 210 has won. They are not to pass it to Donald Trump for assent to sign. Are you aware?
This was just last week.
This last week.
Yeah, good. If this is true, then where is the other Donald Trump government that people are, including Atiku, is paying money to lobby? Then Tinubu people are also paying money so that they cannot listen to any other person more than them. Are you not seeing that there's conflict of interest in that place? I don't understand. the whole Congress voted in support of withholding 100%. They said 100%. Now I went Trump to sign, so yes, it is true. Then today we are hearing too that the same American government is also collaborating with the Nigerian government so that they will not release some files of Tinubu and all the rest. Let us wait for Donald Trump for him to write that he didn't tell. That letter that Baronga read, if it's from Donald Trump will publish it on his through social media.
That's what I'm saying, because it was on July 6th and then they released it today.
No, he will write it first. If you want to copy from you copy from his post. Donald Trump, if you tell him you're stupid, he will reply you in his post that you are the one that's stupid, not yourself. You remember when you quarreled with Pope? Donald Trump does not wait for somebody to speak for him. He doesn't have a spokesperson. He speaks from the mouth of the aircraft. He speaks everywhere. Anywhere he stays, he speaks anywhere. Other people will just be listening. Watch the way they look now. They don't even talk when he's talking. They don't put their hand behind their back. And also you both have they respect their the way they do for Nigeria. You understand? So let us wait for Donald Trump, like the analyst said. Donald Trump will reply them. Thank you.
All right, thank you. Thank you so much for calling. Hello, good evening. How are you? Hello? WhatsApp caller, hello? Okay, person is not responding. I can't hear you all.
Yeah, good evening, yes.
Okay, yes, welcome. What's your name?
Yes, good evening.
Good evening, Emeka from Ogun State. Welcome.
Yeah, Esther, please, I heard about the money they were giving to the religion people. Now, I'm asking a question. This money, is it to rebuild the churches they have destroyed by their agents, as all this, I'm talking about all these destroyers of churches or whatever. Now, why must even church collect that money? Are they collecting the money to put confusion among themselves? Because that money, I believe that money will still cause a lot of confusion, among the Christians. Are they collecting this money to silence the voice of Christians? Because Esther, whenever are you hearing me?
I'm listening to you, Emeka. I'm waiting for you to land.
When they collected this money from this government that witches and wizards usher into Abuja, this government that we announced in the darkness, which is the night. Now, are they collecting this money from them to use to do what to do, to build the house of God or to renovate the house of God? This government are full of bloodshed.
Hey, Emeka, because no, calm down, no.
Christians are being markers. Now, are they collecting this from them? Can they be able to tell them the truth again? Can they be able to stand to tell them the truth? Do you see that even those are some of them that represent us in as a Christians leaders, they even fail the test and forget the purpose of Christianity, and that reason why they always use money to cover their mouths, and they cannot be able to speak the truth and tell this wicked government about the evils they are doing in this nation.
Meka is tight now. Abi, government is paying tight.
The government is in what?
Government is paying tight, now.
Is paying tax.
Tighty. Emeka, calm down. Tighty.
Because of this money they are giving to them, that is why these occultic men will come to our church today. They will balance in the front of the seat in the church, and they give them very big position in the house of God, and they will be there entertaining them, and they cannot tell them the truth. Esther, wait, in the Bible, how many people that government give house to build the house of God? Where is the Elijah of today that stand the government of his own time? Where is the Elijah of today that can stand? Elijah stand a government of his own time. Say, let us know the God that is God.
Right,
where
Emeka,
is the man of God that can stand?
Much.
I am a pastor. I know what I'm talking about.
Okay. Thank you very much, Emeka. God bless you. Emeka is aggrieved. Emeka, calm down. Hello, good evening.
Esther, how are you?
I am fine, sir. Good evening, sir. Are you a pastor?
My greeting to your guests.
All right, sir. Good evening. What's your name?
Prince Pharaoh, calling from Ejibo.
Thank God, we have a traditional leader here. Prince, did you receive the alerts?
Which alert?
Traditional leaders, Naibu Prince.
No, I don't receive any alert.
Prince, welcome. Please go ahead.
They will give King first before giving to
Prince. Okay. All right, go ahead.
You see, this Nigeria, Nigeria not get good news, so. But something happened 2 weeks ago. I wanted that thing to make news. Still don't make any news. So we are an Igbo boy. We had the car break record. World mathematics. This boy break record the mathematics. This thing did not make any good in the news. That's supposed to be good news. It's not supposed to be a good news. And 3 guests again, Igbo guests again, like they collected gold. Is it supposed to make news? Is it because they are Igbo people?
Okay, you are not focusing on the conversation now. You don't start.
I'm coming.
Enter the talk, the matter we talk today. I know, but I'm not happy with you guys.
This one is not making news. What I said. The matter we talk today now. Tinubu wife went to Abia State. That's my state. Oh. You said if they enter again, we are the actual what they call it. Tell them you is not voting for Tinubu. We need to be letting the Kano, nobody's voting, no, not the Kano must come out from that place. So then we are voting for anybody. I know that those people that are clapping for them there, they rated them. Now there's no person will clap for Tinubu wife for that place. So those people that are clapping there, I know that those people there, all of them they was rented. They listen to the Kano. They listen to that young man. The man did not do anything. All he said is true. Not the guy should be released from that Sokoto. You know that no, in the fact that young man, no sure the election is starting, so we haven't voted anybody. That's your man there first. Tell us if you vote for him again, he will do that. Look at the kind of way we are in Nigeria here. Every day, killing people every day. Killing every day.
Prince, thank you very much.
I think to vote for Tinubu. IDP camp. They don't mind their house.
Thank you.
People in IDP camp, I think to vote for him in IDP camp. Can't they return back to their sister home?
That's true.
Yeah, you look at that.
Right.
The Nadibi Campo, those mama lost papa, when they see capitalist, they call their political son. We are here talking about this. I said something that make news 2 weeks ago. There's no good news in this country.
Well, if you've been following us, Prince, I actually talked about it 2 weeks ago. In fact, I repeated it for almost 3 days because most students came back with gold medals. So you've not been frequent in listening to the conversations we have here. It made the news. All right, Prince, have yourself a wonderful evening. Hello, how are you?
Good evening, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. What's your name?
All right, this is Prince Prosper.
Prince?
Prosper.
Another Prince. Prince Prosper, welcome. Calling from where?
Yeah, I'm calling from Lagos. You don't know, the person that I usually call you now, the same Prosper.
Oh, your voice sounds different today.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Good evening. How are you doing?
I am fine.
Well, my question is, I heard what you guys were discussing in the house there. I greet the guests, please. My regards to the great, please.
Good evening.
Mr. Elvis.
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, sir. Well done, sir.
Thank you.
You are doing very well. God bless you.
Thank you, sir.
You know what is happening is that my question, like I said, is that number one, the amount of money that they budget for the church, as in, let me just call it the religion leaders.
Okay.
So 1.8 billion for church, right?
Yes.
And 8 point something for the mosque.
Yes.
So it means that the population
8.8
in Nigeria is higher. Is it?
8.8.
Exactly. That means that the population of the mosque in Nigeria or the Muslim in Nigeria is more than the Christian. That's number one. That is, there's no equality in this government. And where I'm really heading to now is that you see those money they want to use to buy those religion leaders so that they can convert their member to vote for APC. That's the agenda of Tinubu. There is no any other thing more than that. This is the reason why people call it master strategy. This is the strategy, just to lobby, just to corner shortcuts, just to do things that are not legal. This thing is not legal. There have never been something like this in the constitution of Nigeria, even in democracy. This is in fact, this is on government. The fact is that, you see, me as a person, I'm a Yoruba person, but I used to tell my Yoruba people, see, Tinubu can never, he cannot give any good result because a good person always bring a good result. Somebody who is evil will never produce a good result. I'm telling you the gospel truth. That guy come to destroy this country. You will see. Let Nigeria be foolish and allow him to rule for another 4 years. Everybody, you know what the story that happened in the book of 2 Kings, that people eat their children. Nigeria will experience it. I pray it will not happen in Jesus' name.
Amen.
But let them be wise now.
All right.
And do the needful.
Thank you so much, Prosper.
Thank you very much. Yeah,
thank you.
Thank you, Esther. God bless you.
Thank you, Prince Prosper. Yes, good night. 08036929933. That's the number to call, and the WhatsApp number is 0817175638. Hello, turn down the volume of your radio. Good evening, sir. How are you? Hello?
Hello, Esther. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, I think this night is all about Prince Prosper.
What is your own name? Are you Prince or Prince?
I'm Prince Chigos.
Okay, welcome.
I'm Prince Chigos.
Welcome, Prince.
Okay, I greet your guests in the studio.
All right.
Good evening, sir.
Yeah, every time I came back from work, I'm a structural engineer. I build house. I listened to your comment that the VOP, even by the Darlington, the people are trying. May God bless you all.
Thank you.
But what I'm trying to figure out is the statement that Bola Tinubu wife made.
Okay.
Yes. You see, all those statements, my dear, this is just political. Just like what your analyst said. Somebody will tell you, if my husband entered 2027, I'll be wearing this Asorock. This was just a sentimental statement.
You don't think it's about appreciation of our culture and our cultural attires?
Just use it to brainwash the people that they are clapping for her and laughing for her. Let us assume true, the husband entered 2027, as she said. Nobody is going to see her shopping for her body. Her normal system of dressing, that's what she will dress. So all those things are brainwashing brains, are people that are clapping for, just like the way the husband will talk one word for 30 minutes, people will be laughing and clapping for 30 minutes, only one word. You see, two, yesterday I was listening to your program and I discovered the statement to a Plateau governor made.
Yeah.
That statement really hurt we Igbos, even including you, my sister, over there. It's just like when I was in secondary school, I lost one of our classmates, and during the day of the burial, all of us went there and consoled the parents. The mother saw the schoolmate of the children, started rolling on ground and crying. Then after 1 year, the principal said, okay, this is 1 year that this child died, that we should go and pray for the mother.
Sir, how did the statement hurt you? Because of time, I need to take other calls, please.
It hurt us because they have started coming out to confess what happened. So I was angry yesterday when some people were saying in the social media, Esther, today is the pastor's day. What those people that use the Bible to reflect is just the anger.
Let me ask you a question, Prince. Was Caleb Mutwang, did he fight the civil war or the Biafran war? I need to understand how that hurt you, because he came to apologize and you're saying it hurt you or it opened. I thought this is what we wanted. I mean, he has apologized. He doesn't know anything about it. And he said it was wrong decisions by those in the military at the time. What more do you want the man to do?
No, the man did not do anything wrong.
Exactly. So why did it hurt you?
He did not do anything wrong. You understand? It's just like remembering what somebody had forgotten.
At least this is one person doing something that others have refused to do in a very long time.
Yeah. If any of the family that lost their people there had this thing, it will be as if you return the memory back.
All right,
so that
Mr.
was
Prince.
The people we are preaching yesterday and they calling yesterday preaching and the cursing. Because I feel it, because them too might have one or two people that they lost in the family many years ago.
All right, thank you, sir. I need to take all the calls. I sincerely do appreciate you calling. Good night. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Welcome. How are you?
I'm fine, I'm good. How's work?
Fine, Mr. Bako. Work is fine.
Thank you. The service, good evening, sir.
Yeah, good evening.
what did our religion organization add to our national economy? Does that add anything? Okay, if not, oh yes, because I see that every year, every season, our government allocates huge amount of money for them to go Saudi Arabia, Jerusalem. After coming back, we will not see any improve. Rather, we see killing, hatred. Understand? There are changes. And just of recent that I read something online that our government allocated about 8 point something billion to the churches and mosques. Now, all those money that be allocated, if actually they are using it to build companies and other things, at least will not add value to our citizens, but rather not to carry those money, give it in the hands of individuals. Why? Because they know that all the institutions that that investing their money, it will help them in doing what? In rigging election, and also they invest in much in religion, because in religion, they use that means to start to divide all the citizens. You see that? Are you with me?
I'm with you.
Yes. So you see, our government, they will not invest in any other means. Rather, we decide to do what? They invest in the religion so that they will deceive us. All those things. It's supposed to be like that. If you go to China, if you go to other countries that are well developed, they don't do about all this. They don't do all these things. They leave all those religions, you understand, on their own. But our government, they don't do like that. It's unfortunate, honestly. It's unfortunate. Thank you. Good evening.
All right. Good evening. Thank you so much, Mr. Elvis. I was trying to get your attention to respond. The church is seen as a center where they mobilize people to vote. Religious centers are very good centers, according to some persons, to psychologically hoodwink people. And maybe the government sees that as very important. That's why they had to pay tithes. Do you think that based on what the last caller just wrote out?
Okay, you call that money paying tithes.
Is it not tithes?
Yeah, okay, maybe that's just a new one to it. You see, this government accused Peter Obi of visiting churches. In 2022, 2023. And now they have, come up with their own narrative. Now take money ahead before they can follow up. It has to wear the ground. Campaign has not started, so they have to wear the ground now. That's why they brought these billions now. Let us use this to wear the ground. So when campaign starts, we can now begin to follow up with the ground we've already weared. You understand? So they are just calculated narrative, because they know too well that there is very high population in the church, number one. And the men of God actually receive these dossiers daily from their members. But there are some that cannot pay house rent. There are some that cannot even feed their children. There are some that the children are out of school. And these things are also, brought to the pulpit before the men of God. So now, they now believe that let us now begin to find a way to have a collaboration with men of God, and be able to have an inroad into most of these churches come 2027 campaign. But that will not work. It will not work. Do you know why?
Why?
You cannot just come and spoon feed me just one day because I'm hungry. And I will not, maybe when I finish eating, I will remember that when I'm not hungry tomorrow, I will not remember the one I ate yesterday. Where our own mumu don't do.
Yes, so hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther. How are you?
I am fine, sir. Welcome. What's your name?
Evangelist.
Evangelist. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Badagry.
All right. Oh, wow, from Badagry. All right, welcome. Please go ahead.
I was just stop calling this station because this was last time I called you. You just cut me off because I made one statement. You cut me off. But I know a lot of people always make statements more even worse than that. You allow them to finish.
You must have made a statement that I considered NTBB.
Don't worry.
Exactly.
Don't worry.
Yeah,
Here,
go ahead.
They give a Christian 1 point something or Muslim. Let them just carry all the money they give to Christians. We are not beggars. Let them just carry all this money and give to the Muslims. We are not. See, we are the majority, Esther. See, if you take Redeemed Church, only Redeemed Church alone is more than the Muslims in this country. But I want to tell you something. If they believe that Tinubu was saying where you want to go, let him do. See, this country can never be, a Muslim country. So I was telling somebody, I said, as far as me I'm concerned, evangelists, there are some evangelists that are found. If God will make me to be a chairman in this country, or camp chairman in this country, oh God, see, if you kill any Christian, I'm telling you, will be war.
All right, Evangelist, thank you very much. Yeah, I think this is the kind of statement you must have said something like this in a very passionate manner that made. Ladies and gentlemen, I need to say something. I know that a lot of us are not happy with happenings in this country, all right? And I'm also not happy, to be honest with you. But when we want to react to issues concerning conversations that we have, I beg you, there are ways you can curate your expressions and your words without sounding like you want to cause an implosion. Don't put us in trouble. I think I want you to understand what I am saying. So when you call, I know that your emotions are running high. Contain it. Think appropriately of how you want to express yourself. There are ways to talk about issues. For example, he's talking about giving the monies to the religious leaders, more monies to Muslims and Christians. Let all of them have money. If I'm the president, if I was the president, I wouldn't allow any of this happen. In fact, there are ways to logically put across. I say, if I was the president, I wouldn't tolerate any of this nonsense. These are the rottenness and the corruption we're complaining about, and this is what is causing the imbalance when some certain persons feel excluded and that there is no inclusivity. Everyone is allowed to practice their religion. Why would you show some form of preference because of a certain? There are ways to put your words across without sounding. All right. Hello. Good evening.
Good evening, Esther.
How are you?
Esther.
Sir? Is this my Malik?
This is your only Malik.
Malik.
The love of your one eye.
Welcome.
Your one eye. Good evening. Good evening to the
Good evening. Good evening, Malik.
Barrister, this is Malik speaking.
No, it's barrister. Mr. Elvis Ali Meheleo. He's not a barrister.
Okay, sorry.
Mr. Elvis, sorry, no corrector.
Good evening.
Good evening, Malik.
Mr. Elvis.
Yeah, welcome, sir.
Make I take your mind to something. My mind is telling me no, but my body is telling me to pack it. I have nothing to give to Nigeria, but I could lose all this wealth forever.
Malik, you're a clown.
Mr. Malik, don't forget the campaign you started last week concerning Jakonde Guilty Solo.
They don't post stone, no. They don't post stone.
I know they don't post stone, but it's not the stone that it will not end in stone. No. That campaign you started, I live in that Aziz too. I'm still going to pass this night.
I no good deal. So 1 or 2 business carry me go Jakonde.
I thought you live in that area. But I'm just reminding you, don't forget that campaign.
House don't cost for them. House don't cost for them. Before house cheap, but it don't cost now.
It don't cost.
They find vote now, they don't post stone.
They don't post stone, yes. Welcome.
Elvis.
Welcome,
Elvis. You know funny thing? If the children lead by the father, whatever the father does is what the children follows.
Exactly.
Our problem is what Obasanjo kept behind. Jonathan came, that no finish, so no fit talk too much. When Jonathan come, where this man collect money to give religion houses, what's his name again? Dansuki. Now don't forget, when I go pray for Nigeria, how many billion for how many $1 million, $1 million, where they share. Now, the mastermind of politics, grab it, take it, snatch it, and run with it. He don't give church money, they complain. They must pray to the gods now. Now don't forget that the gods they drink go again. They drink expensive wine, no. So the expensive wine they drink, they don't cost. Esther,
sir,
you know making me to laugh. We always complain about Nigeria. Are we ready for the change? We the masses and the people that have the population, are we ready for the change? When we are ready, Nigeria go better. It's all about talking, you know. When you come out in mass and stand for your rights, the soldiers or the police cannot kill you. They can't shoot 200 people at once. So they cannot. Imagine everybody come out to vote. You can read the election. But you know for it, Resta. If you give me 2-5, I go vote for the person they rule.
Malik, are you that cheap? 2-5?
I'm not expensive, Esther. I don't tell you, I'm not looking for the expensive car.
Malik.
If my colleagues they collect Indomie and the Rick of Gary, it's 2-5 not good. 2-5 will give me 2 green bottles.
Malik, there is levels. So for your kind level, it's supposed to look like 2 million, 3M or 4M.
Esther, now 2 million make footballer one get problem.
Malik, bye-bye. Thank you very much for calling. Let me take all the calls.
Finally, Esther.
Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
Hi, thank you, my dear. This is Johnson from Iba.
Mr. Johnson from Iba, are you okay?
Oh, yes, I'm okay.
All right, sir. Go ahead, sir.
Yes, what I want to talk about is this banding.
Sir, can you turn down the volume of your radio?
Okay, I'm far from there.
Yeah, but there's a feedback.
Yes, I'm from Iba. So, like as I was saying, are you hearing me?
Yes, I can hear you, sir.
Thank you very much. You see, Nigeria is the best country in the whole world that any person can rule. Nigerians are very disciplined. They obey the government. It's like second to their God. But the government don't obey the citizens. And they don't have anything good for the citizens. You see, when Tinubu came, he took Muslim ticket. Nobody make noise, nobody talk, everybody quiet, because we want to see what is going to happen. But after this Muslim ticket, Nigeria things still go worse. For second time, if we go ahead again to take the same Muslim ticket, this is a big slap to the Christians. I pity those Yoruba Christians. They are the worst affected because we feel like the Christian doesn't know anything.
Hello? Oh, sorry. Call has gone off. Hello, good evening.
Hello, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm fine.
Welcome. What's your name? I'm fine.
My name is Paul, calling from Okota.
Paul from Okota. Paul, welcome.
Yeah. Is on Egbe.
Oh, for it, brother. Abosha.
Egbe for it. On what?
Mr. Paul, what state are you from?
Esther, don't be jealous, please. I am talking to my brother. That language, it's your language that is, don't worry, it's a secondary language. Esther.
Sir?
You see, this country is, the more you look, the less you see. Yes. What I want to find out from you this evening, I thought the total subsidy was gone. So, subsidy was gone.
There's energy. There's subsidy on energy. How did they term it, Mr. Elvis?
Energy security.
Energy security.
11.something trillion.
Okay. Is it for that energy, the under recovery? Is it from which of the energies now? Me, I don't understand. Is it for where? Or the one that say under recovery? For that is for petrol now.
If you ask me, now who I go ask?
Okay, don't sing, please. Yeah, because I want to. If you say subsidy is gone, and you are paying trillions, and you call it under recovery, I don't understand, because I want somebody to make it make sense to me. Because I don't know. I'll be thinking subsidy is gone. Then there's under recovery. Which one is that by NNPC? I don't understand. What we should do in this country, we should come together, irrespective of tribe, race, religion, and put our hands on there to push out this APC. If we allow ABC to come back, what we are seeing now is a tip of the iceberg. There might not be a country called Nigeria. Because they are acting with impunity. You can't do me anything. I will do what I like. You know, they are like drunken sailors in a sinking ship. No, but they don't care about you and I. As long as they have their way, they don't care about the rest of us. They are bound to the Philistines. We are on our own. So we should come together and use that force that we have, the remaining strength that is left in us, to come together in 2027 and push out these people. It's an essential threat that me I'm seeing now. So that is what we need to do. We should identify one candidate and align with that candidate. It's obvious APC cannot do nothing.
All right,
they are giving us their best. We are doing their best for the past how many years now.
Thank you, Paul. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How are you? Welcome.
Yeah, Ojinaka from Ojo.
Welcome, Odinaka. Please go ahead.
Long time, since almost 1 month.
Yes, so did you travel?
Hello?
Did you travel?
No, my man.
All right, go ahead, please.
Sister, what I wanted to say this evening. See, sometimes I know you are trying to motivate some certain things that people are saying, the certain words they are using. But sometimes what is happening in this country is annoying. It's annoying. You know, I'm always talking about all these pastors, all these big pastors. Look at what is going on now. See, we Christians make ourselves to be large in Nigeria. When they are doing campaign 2023, they use fake bishop, all these carpenters. They sew bishop clothes for them, do everything, give them cross, give them bishop cap, give them everything. Fake bishop, they use it to campaign, to do us here. At the end, they get into power. Now they are using money to buy our leaders. Somebody that have condemned you and giving you food to eat, poison to eat, you are collecting to eat. Tomorrow you will stand in that pulpit and preach to me as a pastor. We are not listening. We are not listening. We are not listening. Let me tell you, I told you this in time with that number. See, let us stop going to church. If you pray in your house, God will answer you.
I cannot stop going to church. I cannot stop going to church.
Don't be deceived. When you are there, they cannot be able to tell you the truth. Stay in your house and tell yourself the truth. And do the right thing. If you are doing bad today, Esther, you know. If you are killing somebody today, you know. If you are poisoning somebody today, you know. There is no pastor that will tell you that what you are doing is bad. Sometimes let us use our common sense to do what is right. Look at it, they will call your money. Tomorrow they will tell you, say, don't judge. It's only God that can judge. Don't judge this, don't do. They are deceivers. They are deceivers in the pit of hell. They are deceivers. They are deceivers. It's only few of them. They cannot get up, and the few of them we see that is the pastor that cannot be able to, maybe nobody knows them. They are still telling the truth. When the government grab them now, their words will change. If they pull them and give them better money, their words will change. They will not do it otherwise. But please. So when somebody is talking with anger sometimes, don't blame that person. It's annoying.
I know it's annoying, but like I said, you're on national radio. There are certain words not to use. All right. Thank you very much, Odinaka, for calling. Hello. Good evening.
Hello. Good evening, Esther.
Good evening, sir. How
this
are
is
you?
Paul from Egbeda.
Paul from Okota, now Paul from Egbeda. Paul, welcome.
Yeah. Esther, can anybody explain to me the rationale behind the religious budget of almost 9 billion naira? And I just need, a very good explanation so that I will be able to let my children know. Because I have 2 graduates in my house. The first one graduated about 4 years ago. I've done the NYSC compulsory service. Up to today, there is no job. And he made his paper. He came out with a very good, what will I say, result.
Great.
And somebody in this hard time is budgeting almost 9 billion. What is the rationale behind it? I need an explanation. That's number one. Number two, my father lost 7 children during the Civil War and lost 2 properties in Rivers State called abandoned property, because that was where we were born, and the war broke out and the rest of it. I appreciate the governor of Plateau State, what he did. I really appreciate it. And how I wish my father is still alive, he would have also appreciated him. To have recognized that pain that we passed through, you know, and apologize. We are not going to bring the dead back to life, but it is good the living, you know, acknowledge what happened and show remorse. So that governor did well. And I pray that other governors or even the federal will take a step from what he did and do more. So this issue of religious budget is actually giving me headache. I can tell you the truth. Because I have calculated how much our federal government spent on what do you call it, health. They say it's 35 million since
36.
Last year or thereabout, the budget.
Million.
35 million.
36.
How much?
36.
36 million. And you are budgeting almost 9 billion for religious bodies. Nigeria is a secular state, if I am still correct, because the constitution have not been amended to call it a religious state.
Yeah.
Religion is a personal thing. Those men of God that are building cathedrals worth of 10 billion naira, 8 billion, having about 2.5 million members and whatever, they are not helping the society. None of them have built anything that has served the purpose of the society by giving free education to the less privileged in the society, which most of these people today in governance enjoy when there were white missionaries in Nigeria. Most people, I can remember Abiola stated it, that he went to school, you know, on scholarship.
Yes, the Commonwealth scholarship too. The Tinubu enjoyed all of those privileges.
Exactly, but our churches today, look at their from the kindergarten to nursery to primary to university. It's the most expensive in Nigeria you can find. I am telling you, just take a sample and do your investigation. So, and the government is budgeting almost 9 billion to these religious organizations. For what? When we don't have good road, no electricity, no security, how much are teachers being paid, how much is a police officer earning, how much a military man is earning, and you are budgeting 9 billion for these people? Come on. What a nation. I cry for the country I love.
Paul, thank you so much. God bless you. According to the federal government, when they earmarked 8.05 billion naira in the 2026 budget for the construction, the aim, according to the Nigerian government, is for the construction, renovation, and equipping of churches and mosques across the country. And it was uncovered by the Public Accountability Organization tracker. The allocations include 1.91 billion naira for 7 church-related projects and 6.14 billion naira for 52 mosque-related projects. These expenditures are basically what is sparking widespread criticism. And the scope, according to them, is to elevate the churches. Meanwhile, civil society organizations are condemning the spending, citing the current economic climate marked by severe inflation, heavy public debt, and underfunded critical sectors like healthcare and education. Obviously, the religious disparity, like all of you have been calling, the Northern Christian Association publicly questioned the significant disparity in funding between mosques and churches, citing concerns over selective policy implementation and equal treatment. Again, like I said, just like you reacted, there have been reactions like that. But some persons have said that the church has decided to remain docile, even in the face of persecution. The church has been quiet. Only very few persons have actively been speaking. I think, what's his name? Reverend Dachomo. Mr. Elvis, you remember?
Yeah. Reverend Dachomo is the only spokesperson now that, you know, a lone voice in the wilderness. The Bible will say. But let me tell you, all these ones will not work. You know where we missed it?
Where?
In 2023, when they dressed up miscreant as bishop. And the Christian race did not
do anything.
Yeah, that
was
where we mixed it. Because if you do it to the other religion,
They wouldn't have found it. It wouldn't have been funny.
You know what would have been facing in this nation today?
All right,
so let's see us finish.
Let me take your messages, please. Let's take your messages, okay? This person, Malik, says, when you want to steal money in government, all you need to do is to bring back subsidy. You call it on the recovery, and the recovering the looted phone, or to loot the money. Subsidy is gone for good, not forever. He stays. Good evening to you, Auntie Esther. I hope Nigeria is not actually the place God told Abraham. I hope Nigeria is not actually the place God told Abraham to move out from. Godson from Surulere. No, Nigeria is a blessed nation. Good evening. Okay, somebody says, Esther, what I said, you can kill yourself for government problems. What God did to Abacha, make it no happen to him. All right. Okay. All right. I'm trying to understand the remaining write-up. Good evening, VOP. Churches in Nigeria is a business center. Chief Akwenebe. Ew. Good evening, dear Esther. Also, your visitor there, Mr. Elvis. Thanks to them for pouring stone at Jakonde Gate. They should also pour light stone. Let them block where Keke and Korokwe make U-turn. This will stop hold up totally. Comrade Tunde from Jakonde Estate. All right. Good evening, Esther. I honestly love you. I love you too. You made my day today, and your guest, well done, sir. My own very personal Darlington. Honestly, Esther, my contribution is thank God say Darlington will come studio by now for the separate fight. I was actually waiting for my barrister because I know his head is full of what he has been hearing. The conversation is hot today. I understand that your guest can't answer the question. Where will he start from? Chai, Esther, I don't have much to say. I cover Darlington with the blood of Jesus. Thank you, Esther. My boy from Jakonde Estate. Now only Darlington you won't cover with blood of Jesus, Abby. Now only Barrister Darlington won't cover with blood of Jesus. Barrister Darlington is going to pay fine tomorrow. Good evening, Esther. Your guest is not our problem. He's free to air his views. That is not the problem. Our real problems are INEC, the judiciary, and the security agencies. That's where we should focus our energy, advocating for these institutions to do their jobs so Nigeria can truly glow. Ebuka from Okota. All right. Good evening, Esther. Let me salute the courage of Governor Caleb. At least, and for once, he has spoken on behalf of his state. And as first citizen of his state, his apologies is accepted from Comrade Madu. Good evening, Esther. Hope with this huge amount given to Muslims by the federal government, they won't disturb Nigerians on the street again. David from Ipaja. Esther. Good evening, Esther. Tinubu is not transparent in his strategy, as many people claim, so he can bribe religious organizations to amass votes. Esther, I know your regular customers, supporters of Tinubu like Mark, will come with their emotions, and you're going to succumb to the usual ranting. God is watching them. Now, wow, for you, too much. Good evening, Esther. You see these people that are working with Tinubu, they are evil. Tinubu is a mystery of political strategy, and also the religious leaders we have in Nigeria are also mysteries of religious strategy, because they're all in the same society. That's why you don't see any empathy in them. We all know the role and impact of Adeboye during Goodluck Jonathan, but now Tinubu is doing fine. People should not criticize him. God will reward them according to their handwork. In Jesus' name, amen. Otumba from Ijagemo. Esther, good evening. Elvis, I greet you. As you said, America cannot give Nigeria justice. Regards to corrupt cases against Tinubu by article, nothing is going to come out of it. Why can't we go our separate ways? One Nigeria is a scam. Esther, how are you? All right, Sunday, Uzo Wulu. That man from Plateau State apologizing to Igbos is not enough. Gowon is still alive. Why can't he do it? He did not participate in the civil war. Why apologizing? The Fulanis they come with are now killing them, and that is why we are what we are. Good evening, VOP. Money to rebuild churches and mosques are political. I urge PFN and CAN to reject it. Tomorrow, the government will use it against the Christians. Stanley from Ojo. Good evening, Esther. My take in this matter is that Nigerians are in love with suffering. If not, they would have by now demanded the resignation of the president. There are no people on earth that can tolerate this level of sycophancy, mediocrity, and hypocrisy. Simeon from Oyingbo. All right, good evening. I am Engineer Ayini Moruf. Esther, anybody and Atiku spending money in USA with the hope of releasing any document indicting and to stop President Tinubu from having his second term is living in a fool's paradise and dropping his or her money in a bottomless pit. All those fictitious documents being pursued against the president have been resolved and discountenanced with, and those who are expecting that Donald Trump will ever go against Tinubu are just being naive. With benefit hindsight, Trump will never go against Tinubu's interest. That's why they said no Tinubu's papers should be released. On Showere's issue, the case of Renault and FFK about what they said against Tinubu is different to that of Showere. In that, Renault and FFK have retracted all they said against the president in the past. Now the DSS asked Showere to pull down the criminal tag he put on the president, and he refused. And since he refused, they took him to court to go and prove how Mr. President is a criminal. And if he can't prove it, then let him face the consequences of labeling such a bad name, because such act is criminal and actionable in court with punishment. And by the way, the fact that some people did something bad in the past and were not punished for it doesn't mean that if you do same, you will not be sued and punished for it. If it turned out that it's being libelous, I think such thinking doesn't add up at all. Sure, should prove to the world how and what makes Mr. President a criminal. All right, Engineer Ayinde Maruf. Good evening, Esther. Good evening to you. How are you? I am fine. Thank you very much for your concerns. Chidi from Oshodi. Someone should advise the First Lady to stop playing cheap politics. Has she run out of ideas? Esther and erudite Elimele. The president's wife should guide her lips if she wants to help the husband. After the Akara Kulikuli saga, how can she come up with this Akwete again? Someone who should supposedly assume mother general figure is given a section of the country condition before she adorns their attire. This is an absurdity. How did they make it several times to the Senate? Okay, Tony Anele from Ejagemo. Please call out the number again. 08036929933. That is the number. Good evening, Esther. It is a misplaced priority for the present government to dish out the huge amount of money to religious centers while social amenities and infrastructure are in absolute decay and highly neglected. Noah from Igondo. I must express my utter disappointment at the manner at which your guest is trying to justify Showere's reckless and grossly irresponsible outburst. To have described the person of the president as a criminal is most unguided and uncivil, to say the least. Listening to your guest trivializing it is rather unfortunate. He may hate the person of the president, but he needs to realize that the office of the presidency remains the most revered institution in any democracy. I just wonder as to what extent these disgruntled elements are dragging their hatred to Mr. President to criminal. Haba, what's bad is bad. Let's be honest about it. But I trust the Jagaban. He doesn't have their time. He's too focused on his mission. Yemi in Lagos.
Yeah,
Mr.
okay.
Elvis.
I'm not disappointed. It's Yemi. You know, you sometimes call and look, they didn't listen to what I said. I said he was given an opportunity to retract it,
and he did not.
And he did not. And now that the DSS is invited in, the DSS should come.
The DSS DG, based on one of the other officials.
So what is he saying? Does he think I don't have track record of what I'm saying here? Does he think I'm a baby? Who cares whether he's talking about the office of the president? If you are a president, you also have to respect yourself. Nigeria made you president. That office belonged to us. So I am not supporting what Showere said. I said Showere was given the opportunity, but he didn't. But Reno, Okri and others, they went and apologized, and they were rewarded today with me ambassadorial position. So if you are enjoying Tinubu, I'm not enjoying him, but that does not mean I should denigrate the office of the presidency of this nation.
All right, good evening, Esther and your guest. Esther, I'm not a fan of PBAT, but on Atiku's letter to U.S. Congress, let Atiku be reminded that politics is local. U.S., UK fronts cannot help govern Nigeria. Rather, it's we Nigerians that will take our destiny in our own hands, period. On Donald Trump's commentation on the administration, the lobbying is actually yielding fruit in U.S. On Alex Otti, he has to support Tinubu to secure his second term. Otherwise, they will use federal might to remove him as a governor and nothing will happen. May God help Nigeria. Online chief from Iowa. This person says, thank God Oga Elvis is probably gradually waking up to the reality. There's little or nothing America can do, peddling, poking its nose, or overlording into Nigeria's domestic affairs without the support of the government here, especially with POTUS DJ Trump. Tinubu and Trump, both with T's as the first letter of their name, are partners in progress. Whoever is thinking Trump will do anything that would affect Tinubu's interest must be in a deep, serious slumber. Tinubu himself is Trump's interest. Let's not forget that they have all companies in Nigeria. Again, you and I knew how Trump praised Anti-Remi Tinubu to high heavens in the USA. Esther, did you hear today that Trump is reportedly hailing bad on his handling of insecurity, Trump's so-called Christian genocide? On Fubara, those who pushed him against Wiki are the ones that feel disappointed. Only a politically gullible person would expect Wiki to kowtow before Fubara, a political effigy in Rivers. Meanwhile, Fubara has seen the writing on the wall. He's trying to save himself from prosecution after his exit in office in 2027, and again, maybe to be compensated with an appointment like Peter Ayodele Fayose. Okay, wow, this is quite... Sanvike from a cartoon, well done. This is your message. Olanga, good evening, VOP, my people. When I don't enter one chance, so please tell Tinubu not to forget native doctors. Thank you. Oracle from Orile. The government is capable of doing anything. We don't trust them. That commendation letter is not from Trump. Soon the truth will be out. You see the way they are sharing our treasure. Esther, did you hear that police extorted 53,000 from ICPC boss with POS unknowingly to them? Nigeria is in a mess, Senator from Isolo, and the police have been told, do not check people's phones, do not collect monies from them. If the police have any grounds with any citizen, take them to the police station, have your facts to present, and everything will be done officially. So yes, police, I hope you're hearing, toll. Esther, good evening. Greetings to your guest. No matter what Mr. Bayon Onadoga read out, it still doesn't change the fact that the APC government is paying their so-called repentant terrorists 100,000 naira stipends every month, while some of our security personnel and many Nigerians doing honest jobs earn less than our minimum wage, and they're trying so hard to market a bad product come 2027, just to mention but a few. No accountability, no security, no good roads, no good healthcare, high cost of living, etc. Honestly, I don't tire. Yeah, I follow you tire too. Hello, good evening, how are you? Hello? All right. Hello, good evening, how are you? Hello?
Hello?
Good evening, how are you?
Hello?
I can hear you. Turn down the volume of your radio. So you can't hear me when your radio is very loud. You can't hear me at all. 08036929933. That's the number. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
My name is Babajide Lawanson.
Mr. Babajide Lawanson, how are you, sir?
Esther.
Sir, welcome.
Ekushe, sir. I greet your guest.
Good evening,
Mr.
sir.
Elvis.
Good evening, sir.
Mr. Babajide Lawanson, wait, hold on. Let me commend you. Mr. Babajide Lawanson, you are such an intelligent analyst, and I want to say well done for spreading good news on fairness, inclusivity, and knowledge in the political sector and in governance. I want to say that I've been following you up. Well done, sir.
I give Jesus that credit. Thank you.
You're welcome, sir.
You see, the politics of Nigeria. I once said it in my platform. I said, who can tell us the winner of 2026 Nigeria general election? I also said there that anybody that tells us, at that time I wrote, that it is this that we win, A or B, is a liar. I said it's only the Almighty that knows the winner. I don't withdraw that statement. You see, the Lord knows all is going, that is going. Don't let us bring the Almighty into this. Let us all, as Nigerians, get articulated. I begin to wonder. Look at the last U.S. presidential election. Lawyer Kamala Harris, he campaigned more than the President Donald Trump. Then the question now goes, how does it happen that the President Donald Trump won that election? Was it rigging? No. His people, they spread the notion of his coming to govern the U.S., the reasons why he must come in. You people come out en masse and support your candidate. Though it's not like ours here. You can be at the corner of your room and vote. I want everything, all the paraphernalias of election to work. This time around, why can't there be NEPA for 24 hours? It's things of the nation. There should be NEPA. Beavers should work. When the parliamentarians said they don't want mechanized voting, okay, we are all ready. We are ready for the one man, one vote. That aside, you see, the president can win and the opposition can win. I liken it to game of football because I played football. In Lagos, we call it principal score among secondary schools in Lagos. You see, if you don't prepare, you can't win. And there is no juju there. When you are, don't religionize what we are saying. It's PVC. We are talking of PVC. They say it will close on the 26th. Not that you are harming yourself. If you don't come out to come and vote and you say you are watching television, finally, as the wife of the president, they say if my husband wins, I will put on this, I will put on that. You think it's only mere talk?
All right, sir. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much, sir. All right, have yourself a wonderful evening. Mr. Elvis, what's your final take?
Well, the challenges belongs to us Nigerians, yes, and we must try our best to make sure that we are not hoodwinked into 2027 general election again. All those lapses, all those that we just swallowed in 2023, especially dressing up bishop miscreants to to just denigrate the Christian religion. Those nonsense should not be welcome come 2027, and we should be ready. APC are going to come out, in much more vociferous toggery to attack Nigerians in that 2027 election.
You say APC?
Yes.
Mr. Elvis.
Did we not see it in 2023? We saw it in 2023 now. So we should be ready to make sure that we don't allow Nigerians' choice to be hijacked. If it is APC that is winning, no problem. But let us see that it's credible. Any other political party that is winning, we want to see that credibility. INEC must be ready to be transparent. I want to hear that.
Mr. Elvis Alimehele, thank you so much for taking your time being here with us and sharing and educating us on the issues in the polity. My name is Esther Machuku. Our dear listeners and esteemed listeners, thank you so much. I would implore you, get your PVC. If you want to swap, please go and make it work. Mr. Elvis, I don't even want to say, a lot of Nigerians in diaspora are returning home. Like a lot of them are returning home just to ensure that they get their PVC. They're going to, I'm aware of like 8 different people.
It's important
for now, and a lot of them more are coming home. They want to be part of this process. A lot of them are complaining this government is not favoring, and it can't continue. So they want to participate in the elections. And they want good governance. So I would implore you to get your PVCs. It's very vital. It's very important. Go get your PVCs. If there is any issue with it, please go resolve it with INEC like as soon as possible, because I don't think they'll extend it anymore after now. All right. Do have yourself an amazing evening. My name is Esther Wachuku, Estic Media on YouTube. That's ESTIQMEDIA. I'm just subscribing there. Esther Nwaz on Instagram, ESTANWAZ. Esther Wachuku on Facebook. All right, definitely. If you see my picture, you know it's me on Facebook. There are several Esther Wachukus there. Elvis Alimehele on Facebook as well.
I mean, Leke too now.
What's
Leke?
What's that?
That's another one that is owned by Nigeria.
Really?
Yes. You've not heard of Leke Leke?
Please, you're going to indoctrinate me after the show. Let me also get my own Leke Leke.
Leke Leke, yes. That's Nigeria's own social media.
Social media. Very beautiful. I think it's high time because I heard there was a time that...
This day group knows it.
Really?
Yeah, this day. Look back.
That's beautiful. All right. Good night. Bye for now.